This is the Tyre Kickers. Classic car chat with Max and Matt.
Well, welcome to a special bonus episode of the Tyre Kickers, and this time we're out on location in North London, and we've come to somewhere, Max, that's pretty unique, isn't it?
It is. It's really nice because it's got, I can see at least 4 911s, 6 911s in front of me, so I'm just lost in these, to be honest, particularly this 930 Turbo LE, which is sitting in front of me.
This is the Tyre Kickers.
Okay, so basically we're in a classic car showroom, and Max typically has just got specky about the car straight away, but let me set the scene for you a little bit more. Not only are we surrounded by some absolutely jaw-dropping classic cars, but we're in an interesting concept. We're next to a sourdough pizza place. 67 Sourdough is the pizza place, and this is Hexagon Classics. And the two are together, so you can sit at the table, eat great pizza, and look at absolutely beautiful cars. The only way I can describe it, it's sort of a bit like being in an art museum, isn't it?
Well, we've just had a pizza staring at an E-Type, a Series 1 E-Type, which is just possibly the best view you can get, isn't it? It's fantastic.
Yeah, you were getting all specky about it and statter about it. I just said, shut up, eat your pizza. But we've got Jeremy with us from Hexagon Classics. Jeremy, thank you for letting us come here. What's the idea behind the pizzas and the cars together?
Well, it's boring if nobody turns up to sit around and enjoy the cars. So if you have a pizza restaurant, it's affordable and you can get a ton of visitors who make it a lot more interesting. Why should we have a boring showroom when we could have loads of people and kids, and we can get young people interested in the classics, and you can have more fun?
It's interesting that hospitality and classic cars are coming together a bit more. I'm thinking of like Caffeine and Machine.
Think of it from the perspective of the guys that sell in the cars. They want fun. They want people to turn up with hot cars. We did the most incredible portion pizza night the other night, which is the second one we've done. Over 50 cars turned up. Nobody needs a classic car. They're parting in some cases. I don't know, the Elton John Daytona there is £475,000. It's not something you need. So you've got to make it a fun experience for people to part with lots of money.
You mentioned the cars. We need to describe them for the people listening to this. Just rattle off, without going into too much detail just yet, just tell us what we can see here.
Well, in front of us right here, there's a 930 LE, best one we've ever seen. They only produce 61 of them, and they are staggering. But if you've got it white with the martini stripes, it's doubly staggering. Behind you there is a Horizon Blue 230 SE Mercedes. You know, if you were a film star or a rock star in the early 70s, that was your ride. Red Daytona there that Elton John bought in the early 70s as soon as he got successful. Right there, we've got an 89 Speedster with just 8,500 miles on it with the linen interior.
And then what, DB6 here?
Aston Martin DB6 there.
E-Type, what's unique about this E-Type?
The fact that it's done just over 10,000 miles. I drove that back from London Concours in the summer, and that's how I imagine it drove in 1965.
So what's the story with that then? How come it's only done 10,000 miles?
It sat in New Zealand in the collection for I think about 26 years.
So have you had to do a lot of recommissioning work with it? What kind of...
We haven't done anything to it.
Wow.
Paul, our chairman, often over the years has fancied cars. I mean, he had an F1 team in the 70s, had everything. He had a 250 California Spider. One day he was in the mood, I want the best, most original E-Type coupe there is. Sent the boys out, and they came back with it.
So this is a lovely, lovely light blue Series 1?
Exactly.
Yeah, Series 1.
It's an early one with the...
Flat floor?
Correct.
Right, okay.
Does that still smell like an original E-Type?
Yes,
Can
100%.
Is the door open?
You can't because it's locked. Well, we've got to try and keep
He doesn't want you anywhere near it.
No, it's not that. It's the young kids with pizza all
Do you know
over
what,
their
I was
fingers,
going
touching the
to ask you
interiors.
about that. I mean, you know, the pizza and the classic, beautiful classic cars here, but they're all sort of 6-digit classic cars here.
Yeah,
Is that a bit of a problem with the pizza fingers?
Not
or?
at all. You've got to trust kids and people. You're pretty much, if you're coming here for pizza, you're a car enthusiast. You're going to care. Most parents are really cool, and we want to educate young people. When are they going to see these things? We've got to be the good guys, and we've got to introduce young people to the things, and so you've got to take some risks.
Well, let's get into the cars. Let's pick one. Let's go and look at this beautiful, I'd call it baby blue Mercedes. Let's go and have a look at that.
So this is a 1970 Mercedes-Benz 280 SE, the 3.5 V8. This has got 56,000 miles. Horizon blue with a dark blue hide. So blue on blue with a blue roof, or is that a black roof underneath the tonneau?
Blue roof.
What's the story with this one then? Rockstar?
It came out of Carmel in California.
I don't know how to describe it. It's wider than a pagoda, longer than a pagoda. It's that kind of four-seater, stack headlights. I mean, beautiful armchairs in there. I mean, as with every four-seater convertible of this era, you'd have to have no legs to sit in the back. But it's beautiful. It's a left hooker. It's got that classic old Mercedes dashboard. It's a real looker. It's quite a big car, actually, isn't it? It's also an American car size, isn't it?
Unlike the Rolls-Royce Corniche that the English built, when you go around a corner in this, the doors don't open.
Like these cars of this era, Mercedes or not, are susceptible to rust, but one from California should be okay, I guess.
This thing is absolutely perfect. They were built like tanks.
I noticed on this one as well, it's got the factory bare air conditioning, which is quite rare because it's a Californian car.
That's exactly what you want. The floor-mounted automatic, the air conditioning, the right colourway. That's the dream machine, basically.
How much are you asking for this, Jeremy?
£245,000.
Okay, so who's the market for this?
Ideally, someone who's got a fabulous pad down in the south of France and cruise down to Cap Ferrara or whatever they're doing in the summer.
That's not you, Max.
Can I just talk about cruising to the south of France? Because I think you've got two cars, actually three. You've got two on show here, but you've got three in stock.
Yeah.
In terms of cruising to the south of France, an R230 SL65 AMG with a V12. Now, these are fantastic cars.
And they were incredibly expensive when new, like over £150,000 20 years ago. Just phenomenal bulletproof cars that are quick as hell and look amazing.
You also like, Max, this Porsche in Martini colours with the T-tray on the back. 235,000. Why has this caught your eye?
Well, this is the LE, so this is the rollout of the 930 turbos. I thought this was 1990, it's 1989, it's a G-Reg, isn't it? So it's got the Martini stripes down it, it's got the turbo arches, the turbo wing. It's the ultimate 930 turbo, and these are really quite valuable cars these days. And these LEs, I think, do they make 50 of them, Jeremy? I can't remember how many they were made.
61, but depending on what book you read, 50, 51 or 61. We think it's 61.
How does this drive then? Tell me how it drives.
The team said it's the very best one we've ever had. We've sold 6 or 7 LEs over the years, and Carlo, our chief mechanic up at the service department, who's very hard on everything, said it's absolute perfection. He's never said anything like that before.
Because they're quite tricky engines to get right, the 930 turbos, because there's quite a complicated fuel injection system to it. You know, they're really valuable though now, aren't they? Because particularly with these, there's so few of them around. And this is, because it's a late one, this is a 5-speed gearbox, isn't it?
Correct. The G50 gearbox is the important element.
Is there a type of car that does really well for you here?
Our bread and butter is Gen 2 997s. Obviously, 993 and 964 Porsches have got incredibly expensive. And for mere mortals, you know, it's a tough amount of money to come up with. So,
can I ask a specific question on the 997? So which one, a 997.2 GTS?
We only supply Gen 2 cars. Not that personally I wouldn't buy a Gen 1 car privately, but the keyboard warriors go on and on about the different problems with them, which actually is absolute nonsense because it was a small percentage that had a problem and they've all been fixed. But it's just so much easier to retail a Gen 2 car.
And particularly the Gen 2 manuals, GTSs.
A manual GTS, we put one on the market yesterday, a black one that we've got here, and at 2 o'clock in the morning we got our first inquiry, and at 9 o'clock in the morning we got our second inquiry, and the guy that contacted us at 2 is coming here on Friday for it.
You're listening to The Tyre Kickers with Max and Matt.
Well, we talked about the two SL65s. There's also a car you could equally get to the south of France in, which is the E39 BMW M5. Now, these are all manuals. They're great drivers' cars, these E39s, great bank robbers' getaway cars as well. You've got two in. You obviously like them. Why do you like the M5?
Well, it was more the chairman. He was the biggest London BMW dealer in the 80s and 90s. He used to sell a couple of thousand BMWs a year. One of these cars is actually his own. And actually, we've got another car with an M5 engine in it. We've got the Z8 here, just around the corner. So 3 of the same engine.
But it is a cracking engine, isn't it? And they're cracking cars. They do handle really well. In probably the best handling M5, probably, isn't it? Before they got too grippy and too fast.
Phenomenal bit of kit, and if you can find one, or if you've got one with low mileage, can you please call Jeremy Thunberg now?
Because there's lots of them around with high mileage and then lots of tired ones around. And I think the engines on these, they're quite complicated to fix, aren't they? But actually a really good one is a great thing to hold on to.
Tons and tons of tired ones, but we need investment grade. That means great quality, low mileage, and you can sell them all day long if you find them.
Okay, so another couple to just squeeze in. Let's continue walking down the showroom. Sorry about the noisy fan in the background. But we've got a really, really nice VW camper split screen. It's a...
Yeah, Samba 21 window. Some perhaps unwise person decided that they should spend 140,000 euros restoring it.
Oh,
so some very wise person is going to end up buying it at £95,000 and feel rather clever.
It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? I mean, I'm not a massive fan of these campers, but when they look as good as this, it's like driving a piece of design, isn't it?
I'm sure your parents, when they went to Woodstock, would have loved to have gone in it.
I don't think they went to Woodstock.
I think though the split window, the 21 windows, that's actually the peak spec of these, isn't it? You can't get any better in the market.
Correct. Yeah, that's what all the American collectors go for. I mean, it's left-hand drive, so I guess somebody's going to snap that up. Some rock star or actor or...
Okay, so let's pack a couple more in because we've got a GT40 to get to. I'll confess, I'm not a massive Porsche fan.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. We've never been able to cure him, to be honest. I don't get it.
He had a 60s one that kept breaking down. So, but this particular one, this is a 60s Targa 911.
Yeah, it's a 911.
It's beautiful.
It's very cool. The guy got a bit individual on the interior and put some Alcantara in there, but outside it's absolutely standard.
So what year is this? Let's have a look at this. It is a 911 2.4S Targa, left-hand drive, 1973. And it's on at an asking price of 165,000. Yeah. It's got blue tartan seats and it's a left hooker, as we said, but really, really nice. We've got the Targa top, so it's half of the car is open air, and then it's got the big wraparound back window.
But there's another 911. This is a flat nose. This is a turbo, is it?
That's very special. That's a Rinspeed. So another situation where if you were a drug lord in 1980, you would have gone to Switzerland, speak to Rinspeed, and had your regular 4-speed 930 turbo turned into that, which some say looks like a three-way between a 944, a turbo, and a Testarossa.
But interestingly, that's a right-hand drive one. I can't remember seeing a right-hand drive flat nose.
That's the only right-hand drive Rinspeed R69 that we've seen also.
Wow.
Okay, so we're right down the end of the show. Tucked away around the corner, is that a Z8?
That is indeed a one-owner silver Z8, which is absolutely perfect. Got all the bits, including the phone. And that's a bit special.
Wow. So, okay, we're looking back along the showroom now. We can see all these beautiful cars. Have a look at their Instagram account. Have a look at the Instagram account for 67sourdough. You'll see all these cars in here at Hexagon Classics, or go onto their website and have a look at some of the stuff in here. It's absolutely beautiful. We've got one more car to talk about, though, before we're done, Jeremy. It's over on the other side, on the pizza side of things, and that's a GT40, so let's go over there.
You can get in touch with Max and Matt via our socials. We're at The Tyre Kickers UK on Instagram and The Tyre Kickers on Facebook.
So we've come the other side of the showroom now. Do you know what, Jeremy? We've been doing some stuff on the podcast about kit cars and whether, kit cars generally in the classic car world get derided until they get to this level, which is what gets called an evocation, which is essentially, and we're looking at a GT40 replica, but this is a high-end, all these cars are replicas. What's so special about this one? This has not been here that long, has it?
Okay, no, we got this at the beginning of the week, went up to Glasgow to get it, because we've always liked super-performance GT40s. They are brilliantly built. They go like hell. We've had it in there 24 hours, and we've already had 2 inquiries about it.
Are there not that many of these on the market then? Or
yeah, there's a handful, but what everyone wants, of course, is the best coloured one with the 7-litre engine. That's the most recently built. So this is a 2022 car. So if you want a super performance, obviously you want the best one.
And this is in Gulf colours with the the blue and the Gulf colours with the orange stripe.
The dark blue Gulf. So I believe that was for actually Daytona, because obviously the Gulf colours at Le Mans is the light blue.
How close are these in terms of detail then? How good do they get?
The shape of that is exactly how a Mark 1 GT40 is. 85% of it is exactly the same as an original GT40. The improvements are the brakes and the suspension. But you could take that car and take it apart and make it FIA, so you could run it at Goodwood.
So what's the asking price on this? Let's have a look. 185,000.
Yeah.
I guess with one of these, people will search and they will buy the right one, will they?
Yeah, well, the thing is, if you were to ring up Superformance and order exactly this spec, now they're going to ask you for £280,000, and it's not going to be with you for 2 years, if you're lucky. So it's a bit of a no-brainer to get a turnkey solution at 185 grand that's ready here, registered in the UK, and off you go.
So you've got your finger on the pulse of the market. Where do you see the market going in the next 5 to 10 years? We're always hearing that nobody wants classic cars anymore. Modern classics are the ones that are getting the interest. Where do you feel the market's going?
80s, 90s and noughties will kick ass. But actually, even the 50s mass-produced stuff, Austin Healey's, etc., which has gone down in price. There also comes a point, though, where, old fools like me will think, well, hang on, at 20 grand, probably have to have one.
Well, yeah, because these cars are still icons, aren't they? Like E-Types, they're getting cheaper and cheaper, but at the end of the day, you can't get a more beautiful car than an E-Type.
The thing is, E-Types were mass-produced. They should never have been the they made over 72,000 of them. Apart from the first 50 right-hand drive convertibles where there's the picture outside the Coventry factory, and of course Anoraks will pay any amount of money for those. The rest, there's tons of them. But you're absolutely right, Max. They're stunningly beautiful. So there comes a point where they drop in price. People want them. I mean, we've had this cycle before. You've got to remember, they were cheap up to about 1985, that is. Then they got really expensive. Then they collapsed in the early 90s, and it's all wound itself up again. And it will keep doing that because they are stunningly beautiful. But it's more enthusiasts that want cars now. It's not the same speculation as in the 80s. I get tons of people that buy modern supercars and they're bored of them within about 20 minutes. There's no emotional connection, they're no fun, and they come back to these things.
Yeah.
I can't tell you the number of people I've had that have got rid of their 992 Turbo S and asked me for a 997 GTS manual. It's just older cars are just more fun.
They're more soul, don't they?
There's more, and you can't use 1,000 brake horsepower on the road. It's a nonsense.
Yeah.
So everyone's going to go back to the old stuff.
So some fascinating stuff here. Thank you ever so much for giving us a tour around. We'll put all your details on the bottom of under this podcast and on our Instagram as well. But we'll go and have a look around. But thank you very much.
No problem. Enjoy.
Well, Jeremy there from Hexagon Classics. Yeah, go and look them up on Instagram, and also 67 Sourdough, which is the pizza place. We had the pizzas, Max. They were great.
The pizzas were great, and also the good thing about this place, and I can thoroughly recommend it, is you can have your food, then you can just wander amongst the cars. Okay, they're locked because for obvious reasons they're locked, because lots of them are worth like £250,000, £300,000. But you get fantastic access to look at the cars after you've eaten. It's like a perfect way to spend your lunch or dinner.
Yeah, it's like a private viewing after you've had these great pizzas. And we never talked about Elton John's Ferrari in much more detail. The red Ferrari, £475,000. Oh, that's a nice looking car, isn't it?
It is. The Daytonas are lovely looking cars, and there's not that many around, and there's certainly not that many around in right-hand drive.
Okay, we'll put some pictures up on Instagram, but you've got to pick one car, Max, out of this. So just think about, for me, it is this 1970s Mercedes four-seater convertible that came in from California in this baby blue colour. Absolutely beautiful. I would take that home. 245,000. I'm getting my card. 245,000. I thought it was £2,450.
£2.45.
Right, out of all these cars here, there's like 25 cars. What are you going to pick?
I would have to pick this Porsche 930 Turbo LE. It's the last of the line of the 930 turbos, probably the greatest Porsche turbo ever. Right-hand drive, there's only about between 50 and 60 of them made. It's in white with martini stripes. It doesn't get any better.
Well, let's go and have a look at the rest of them. They are fantastic. Great pizza, great cars. Do check out Hexagon Classics and 67 Sourdough. That's it for this special bonus episode of the Tyre Kickers. We'll be back with another one very soon. It's bye from me.
And it's bye from me.
Bye.